guys, with you, end of term two statistics final exam. Um, you can see on the screen revision pack is shown. Um and this revision pack you already have with you. And in the class, we have already solved it. But with the help of this review pack, I will try to revise all the concepts. Okay. In this video number one, I am trying to explain you the concept of mean and standard deviation, how we calculate it from any frequency table, whether ungrouped or grouped. And my second aim is to cover with you how to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, and medians from the given data, and also interquartile. And the third thing which I'm aiming at to cover with you the concept of coding. Maybe if I see I will able to finish these three concepts, then the fourth one I will try to catch up with the frequency density concept. Clear? So let's start. This is the study list in front of you. So as I said, my plan is to cover with you averages, quartiles, interquartile range, variance, and standard deviation, coding. Okay. Inshallah, which average should you use? Maybe in this video I will explain, or otherwise in the next one. Although I said if the time spared me, I will also talk about histogram. But my main focus is to cover the chapter number 2 in this video. Guys, in the final exam, you will be given the formula from MF19. This is the mean formula. And if you have a frequency table, then the mean formula will be like this. This formula for finding standard deviation, we didn't use it in the class, so don't try to go for it. Just this formula we will use for standard deviation. If it is a raw data, then the first one, and if it is a frequency table, then you should go for the second formula. So the first question of the day is, and we did solve in the class. He said that a score for a round of golf for each of 50 club members. So main thing is total number of data values. You have 50 data values, yani 50 club members. And the value, the score 66 is obtained by how many people? Two people. In the same way, score 67 is taken by 5 club members. Then 68 by 10 people. 69 score is obtained by 12 people. 70 by 9 people, 71 by 6 people, 72 by how many? How many club members who took the score 72? 4 people. And 73 score is obtained by 2 people. The interesting thing is, if you want to verify it, the sum of the frequency, which is normally represented as sigma f, and it is already given to us equals to 50. So the sum of the values, the sum of the frequency, it is already given to us 50. Now we want to find the mean score. Now, what is the formula we have learned for mean? Mean is represented like this. The mean is equals to, if it is a frequency table, the formula is sigma fx over sigma f. And this formula is available to you in the MF19. Now, sigma fx tells you what? Sigma fx tells you that you have to multiply each data value with the corresponding frequency. And 66 should be multiplied with 2. and then 67 should be multiplied with 5. And in the same way, you multiplied all the values. So in the exam, you should write everything. But here I'm saving the time and I'm just putting the dots here to show you this pattern carries on till the end. I'm writing the last value. 73 multiplies with 2. Divided by the sum of the frequencies. I can write 50 or I can write 2 plus 5 plus 10. As I know, the sum is equals to 50, so I'm going to just write 50 over there. Now, guys, you can see this can be easily done if we use the calculator. So I'm going to show you how in two ways you can calculate these values accurately from the calculator. So first you need to write fraction 66 times 2, 66 times 2 plus 67 times 5 plus 68 times 10 plus 69 times 12 plus 70 times 9. I would prefer, guys, you should write bracket open. Then you will not mix it up with the signs of multiplication and addition. So 66 times 2, look, I'm closing the brackets, then I'm writing a plus sign. Again, open the bracket, 67 times 5, close the bracket, plus, open the brackets, 68 times 10, 68 times 10, close the bracket, plus, open the bracket, 69 times 12, close the bracket, plus, now 70 times 9, close the bracket, plus 71 times 6, close the bracket, plus 72, let me write the bracket open, 72 times 4, close the bracket. And then we have 73, 73 times 2, close the bracket. And now come to the denominator. Here you may write 2 plus 5 plus 10 plus 12, but as I know the sum is equals to 50, so I just write 50 and press equal sign. It gives you the answer 69.3. Yes. The answering key which I have given to you, the answer will be matching with it. So 69.3. Now I'm going to teach you another method which you may use in the exam. And this will be the utilization of one of the feature in the calculator if you have that model. Like I have a class-based calculator, it has this feature, and some other Casio models, they have uh, this feature of finding statistics. For this, I would suggest you press menu and look for where is statistics written. So statistics is for me in this model is option 6. I press it, and then in every model of Casio calculators, he wrote here over there one variable. So I want to find one variable calculus. So press 1. Now you can see I got two columns. In some of the calculators, there is only one column because their frequency is not activated. But in this calculator, I have activated my frequency. How can you activate frequency in the exam? You guys can press the shift setup. When you press shift and setup or menu, you can check that somewhere is written statistics. So look, statistics is number 3. I press that. And now calculator is asking me, do you want to put the frequency on and off? As you know, the table which is provided to me has frequency. So I need to keep it on. So imagine on the screen, you can find two columns. The first column shows you the data values. And in the second column, we have the corresponding frequency column. So I'm going to write here 66 And to go to the next line, you need to press the equal sign. Okay. I will fill the frequency column later, but let me finish with my first column, 66, then 67, then 68, then 69, then 70, then 71, then 72, then 73. Okay. Now, after entering all the data values, now I have to write their corresponding frequencies. So what is the corresponding frequency of 66? That is 2. Press 2. Then you automatically go to the next line. It tells you the frequency is 5 for 67. Okay, enter. Then 10, enter. Then 12, enter. 9, enter. 6, enter. 4, enter. And 2, enter. Once you enter all the values, guys, now your calculator is ready to give you the required statistical values. For this, you need to press Option. Can you see the movement of the cursor on the screen? Here you go. On the left-hand side, top, there is a button OPTN under Shift. Press that. Now, calculator is giving you so many things to find. So don't press statistics calc. You have to press 3, which is one variable calc. So I'm going to press 3. Imagine every statistical value calculator has calculated for you. If you can look at the first line, the mean is 69.3, which is the same as which you have already calculated. So if you want to show full steps to the teacher, you can write sigma x, which is equals to 3469 sigma x squared. I'm not looking for right now the sigma x square values. Yes, sigma x is like the standard deviation is 1.7, which I will calculate later. But for the time being, you need to get confidence that calculator in the final exam can help you to check or verify that your manual calculation is correct or wrong. Got it? So finally, we found my mean. Now we go to the standard deviation. We may represent it with SD, I accept it, or with sigma. Okay. How it is defined? It is defined as a big square root. Done. Now I will go back to my column, my table. So first data value is 66. In the case of mean, I just wrote 66, but in standard deviation, I need to put it under the square. So 66 squared times with the corresponding frequency, which is 2. So don't take the square of that value. And plus next value is 67 squared. I take the square of that and times with 5 plus 68 squared times with 10, so on and so forth. You go and reach to the ending value, which is 73. As usual, I'm going to put a square on the top and multiply it with the squared value with the corresponding frequency. Many students I have seen, they do this mistake. When they take the square, they take the square of the frequency. It's factually not true. You are just taking the square of the data value. Frequency is just telling you how many times this data value is appearing in the data. You got my point. So no common sense tells us that we should take the square of the frequency. No, only the square of the observation. In the denominator, no need to take the sigma x square, but just see how many total number of values, which were 50. Okay, so just copy 50 here. Another common mistake which we see in students' exams, they extend this line, the fraction line. No, I'm going to use a different color just to tell you that don't mix this fraction with the other fraction. Now I'm going to write other fraction under the square. And here I am going to write the mean value, which I have already calculated. And this mean value was this. I'm going to copy it here. 69.3. Now, once you write it in the calculator, I want to show you guys manually how will you calculate in the final exam. Write a big square root and then a fraction line. Check it out. I'm going to write here, bracket open, 68 squared times 2. Done. Close the bracket, then plus 67 squared times 5 and close the bracket, plus, and keep doing like this. Guys, I'm telling you that using the bracket can save you from doing any mistake. Clear? Times 10, close the bracket, plus 69 squared times 12, close the bracket, plus 70 square times 9, close the bracket, plus 71 square times 6, close the bracket, plus 72 squared times 4, close the bracket, plus 73, sorry, I forgot to put the brackets, 73 squared times 2. Khalas. Now this fraction is done. In the denominator, I need to write 50 because I remember the sum of the values were 50. Now minus, bracket open, close, square. And in this bracket, you have to write the mean, which you calculated, 69.3. It's 69.3. I write it here. I'm ready to find my answer. Press equal. So it will give you 3.6. I want to check that. Did I do any mistake? 69.3 was my actual value. I found 61st value. Just check that. So guys, you need to be very careful in the exam to avoid any mistake. Okay, can you check that? I wrote here 68. That's why the answer was not matching. So let me delete it and write here 66. Right. Now I'm going to press equal sign, which gives me 1.7. Alhamdulillah, we found our answer. It's 1.7. Don't worry. We have another feature from the calculator where we can go to the menu and statistics. Okay. And enter the values here. After that, we press option. Then the calculator, the sigma can tell us what is the standard deviation we can find from here. So in the final exam, I have put 4 marks question in which table will be provided to you. I don't know, maybe I give you ungrouped table, frequency table like this, or in the next question, I will explain you the grouped frequency table where I will ask you to estimate mean and standard deviation. In the case of ungrouped frequency table, yes, you can calculate exact mean and exact standard deviation. However, in the next question, look at that where I am not sure what are the values, the original values I have in the data set. On the other side, he gave us groups. So how many groups he gave it to you? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 groups. And within these 5 groups, we have different data values there. So in the first group, I have 20 values. In the second group, I have 29 values. Third group to 36 values, 15 and 5. In this way, we have it. Now, the problem is this. I don't have a single representative value which can be used and multiply with 20. In the previous case, you saw I had only one value, 66, which could have been easily multiplied with 2 to get the mean. So in order to do this, we need to find a single representative value. And we will do addition of the two ending points of the group and divide them by 2. So in other words, I can say I am taking the average of the endpoints. So 50 plus 150 divided by 2. I'm going to look at the midpoint of these two values. So this gives you 200 divided by 2, 100. So right here in the exam that this is, if this type of a question comes midpoint for the examiner to understand that I am actually intending to find the midpoint. So 100 is the midpoint of 50 and 150. Obviously, the midpoint of 150 and 200 is 175. The midpoint of 200 and 250 is 225. And the midpoint of 250 and 350 is 300. We added them together and divided by 2. 350 plus 500, the mid value is how much, guys? It should be, let's check that. 350 plus 500 divided by 2, it gives us 425. Now, in the same way, we can find an estimated mean, which is equals to 100 times 20 plus 175 times 29. We keep it up like that, and 425 times 5 whole divided by, what is the total number of values? 105, or you may also write it in the exam, 20 plus 29 plus 36 plus 15 plus 5 if you want it. Otherwise, 105 is enough. Then we will calculate it by using calculator, which will give us 207.62. Now, this is the mean. Now, also, examiner is asking me to find the estimated standard deviation, which has to have a big square root. I'll use the same idea. Rather than writing 100 or 175 or 425, I will put the square on them. So 100 squared times 20, and then 175 squared times 29, and I keep it up like that. Last term is 425 squared times 5. Now single fraction with the denominator of 105 because total number of values are 5. Again, I will use another color to tell you that this is a different thing now. Minus mean, which you have already found it, 207.62 under the square. And the answer comes to us with this manual calculation from the calculator 77.9. You may also use calculator feature to check your answer. I have added third type of the table which you may get in the exams. Yani, the group is written, but the group is written in a different way without inequalities, but idea is still the same. You have to find the mid values. Got it? And what is the mid value of 20 and 1? So you add them up and you divide it by 2. So what is the answer, guys? I got it 10.5. So my midpoint is 10.5. So this is my midpoint. Let us calculate the midpoints between 21 and 22. 21 plus 21 and 30. So it is giving it to us 25.5. In the same way, mid values between 31 and 40, it gives us 35.5. Then 45.5, then 55.5, then 61 plus 75 over 2, it gives us 68. How to find the mean? This is again estimated mean because we found a single value which is representing all the 40 values in the first group, and in the same way, so single values. This is estimated mean. So 10.5 times 40. This is the first term, and then second term is 25.5 times 34. And then the next one, 35.5 times 56. I keep doing it the same way. 68 times 21 whole divided by the total number of values are given by him. It is 234 students because the sum of these students is 234 students. I can easily find the mean. In order to find the standard deviation, same formula. As I said, each data value will be squared and then multiplied with the corresponding frequency. Agreed? 35.5 squared times 56. You keep it up like this, and last term 68 squared times 21. Whole divided by 235. Now separately I will write, for example, this was my mean, okay? I'm writing the mean whole squared. And then this gives us the standard deviation. So may I say now, this discussion in which I covered with you three questions and three style of questions, which will enable you to solve the first question of the exam, which is basically on how to find the mean and standard deviation when the frequency table ungrouped or grouped given to you. So the grouped frequency table can be like this in the form of inequalities where we found the mid values, or maybe the groups are given in this way, where again you have to add the endpoints of every group and divide it by 2 to get the mid value. So we can easily see how to find the mean or estimated mean, standard deviation or estimated standard deviation in the following cases. Now we go to the second concept, how to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, and the median. Got it? So boys, as you can see, the first data set, if in the exam any data set is provided to you, you need to make sure that this data set is written in an orderly manner. So what I'm going to do, guys, before writing this data in orderly way, what is the minimum value of the data? It looks like 4 is the minimum value of the data. So I'm going to copy 4, cross it out, and then 4, cross it out, then 5, then 6, then 8, then 9, then 9, then 10. After that, check it out, guys, 13. And then I go to 15. Then I go to 16, 18. Alhamdulillah. Then 22, and then 25. After ordering them, don't forget to count the total number of values. So we have in the first unorganized data set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We were having 15 values. So let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So one value is missing. Let me check. I think 20 was missing. Yeah, I got it. So let's check. That's why in the exam, it's better to recheck your values. So 20 and then 22, then finally 25 I have it. Okay. So 13, 14, and 15. Now let's come to the technique which I have taught you in the class. I said, if you want to find the lower quartile, you have to apply this formula n plus 1 over 4, which is 15 plus 1 over 4, 16 over 4, and the answer comes to me fourth value. Which value is the fourth value? That is 6. So 6 is your lower quartile. Now let's try to calculate our median. The formula for the median, I wrote it n plus 1 over 2. So 15 plus 1 over 2, 16 over 2. Eighth value should qualify as your median. Can you check, guys? Eighth position, we have 10. So 10 should be my median. Next, I have to find my upper quartile. So upper quartile is formula 3 over 4 n plus 1, 3 over 4, 15 plus 1. So what did I get? We have 16, 4 times 3, 12th value should qualify as my upper quartile. So that is 18 upper quartile. Here, I'm going to shade it, 12th term, 18. Now, in the exam, you can also use the tally technique to see that where is my median. So I'm going to cross out the values 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. So imagine that is your median. Now I'm going to use another color to find my lower quartile. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So what is in the middle? This is my lower quartile. Same thing. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So this is in the middle. That is my upper quartile. So imagine, guys, how many ways I'm teaching you to find the lower quartile and upper quartiles. And the third technique in the final exam, you want to check. If you have that calculator, which I always tell you, buy that calculator. And this is ClassWiz calculator. What to do now? I want to use the statistics function of this calculator. So I go to the menu and search for statistics function. In the last question, I use one variable statistics. Again, I'm going to press one variable statistics. Imagine, guys, on the screen, frequency is on. If you want to keep the frequency on, I have no worries, but you have to write 1 here if the value is not repeated. But it's better, guys. I would suggest you to go to the setup and put the frequency off. because I don't have a frequency table. This is just a raw data. So I'm pressing 2. I need only one column. So keep writing the values. No need to put the values in orderly way. So I'm going to put my raw data into my calculator. First value is 4, enter, 6, enter, 18, enter, 25, enter, 9, enter, 16, enter, 22, enter, 5, enter, 20, enter, 4, enter, 8, enter, 15, enter, 9, enter, 13, enter, and 10, enter. Now all 15 values are entered. I need to press option. Now again, go to the one variable calc, press 3. I want to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, and the median. So please scroll it down. You find it here. Number of values are 15. Minimum value is 4. Q1 mean lower quartile is 6. Yes, Mr. Omar, I found lower quartile 6. Median is 10. Yes, I found median 10. And Q3 is the upper quartile, which I have already found it. So Alhamdulillah, from the calculator, I can check my answers. Let's do one more question, guys, on lower quartiles and upper quartiles. If we have even number of values, correct? One odd number of values. We found it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's check this set where we have 8 values. And why not? We can do the B first. Okay. The B is we have 6 values, and this is very, very important for me. In the class, I highlighted the significance of values when we have to select special type of upper bound and lower bound. So let me copy, guys. This is I have 192. What is the minimum value for that? The minimum value is given to me 189. So let me copy 189. Then 192. Then we have 210. We have 204 also. Cross. Then we have 210. Cross. Then 214. Cross. Then 217. So how many total values we have? We have total 6 values. Got it? I want to find my lower quartile. 6 values. Done? So n plus 1 over 2. So 6 values I have. 6 plus 1, oh, not 2, sorry, 4. So 7 over 4 gives me how much? It will give me 1.75. Imagine this is lower quartile, which is 25%. But I got 1.75. And in the class, I told you, if the upper quartile gives you 2.75, 8.75, 9.75, 100.75, if 0.75 comes, you always have to take the next whole value. So the next value is what? What is the next value? The next value is the second value. And the second value, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. So second value is 192. So my lower quartile is 192. And then I will try to calculate in front of you the median, which is 50%. Median has no issue. You can apply this formula without any hesitation. 6 plus 1 over 2. So 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2, which will give me answer 3.5. So my answer will be falling between the third and the fourth value. So third value is 204 and fourth value is 210. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to add them up and divide it by 2. Agreed? So you have your calculators, and I'm giving you 3 techniques in the final exam. You can do it. And this is the manual way. And I tried to use, guys, only one formula any type, any data set given to you, maybe less number of values, or maybe table is provided to you, or stem and leaf diagram is provided to you, you guys can calculate it easily. So I'm just gonna do, guys, in front of you directly. Menu one, I'm gonna go back to the normal mod. So 204 plus 210 and then divided by 2, 207. So I got the answer 207. Now 207, I got it. How in the exam you can motivate yourself? Yes, Mr. Omar, I'm right. You know what is the best way? Uh, if the raw data is given, small data is given, you can cross out. Apply the tally technique, cross the first and the last, second and the second last. Then in the end, because we were having even number of values, always the median will be ended up with two values and you have to take their averages. So I am gonna take the average of 204 and 210, which is 207. So this is be my median. Now in Cambridge, what we do, we have to consider 204, and this value 204, along with the lower number of values which were given to calculate my lower quartile. And you guys can use the tally technique again, cancel, and 192 is your lower quartile, which is Q1. And use the tally technique, guys, again for this finding the upper quartile. So I'm gonna cross 1, 1, and then this is the last one, the middle one left to me, which is my upper quartile. I hope, guys, it is clear to you, and you guys use the calculator as well in the final exam. Press menu, check it out, guys. I'm gonna do it in front of you, please. You remember Mr. Omar was using the statistics function. Okay, I go there, press one variable calc. Okay, here my frequency should be off because I have a raw data. Just enter the value 189, enter, 192, enter, 204, enter, 210, enter, 214, enter, and 217, enter. Once you enter all the values, now look at the middle of the calculator where option is written. Calculator is ready to give you the statistical value. So just check one variable calc. Don't press statistics. One variable calc, press 3. Now calculator has calculated mean, median, mod, everything for you. Just you need to scroll it down. Check it out. The lower quartile has been calculated by the calculator, Q1 192. Did I calculate 192? Yes, Mr. Omar. Median is 207. Did I calculate it, guys? With the average of the middle two values. And did I calculate 214? So, guys, three methods I have taught you to find the lower quartile, upper quartile, and the median. I'm stopping the video now, guys. And inshallah, in my upcoming video, I will try to explain you the idea of finding lower quartiles, upper quartiles when stem and leaf diagram is given. On top of that, I will also explain you in detail the coding concept. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.